Good afternoon. It is just a little after 1:30. I apologize for the delayed start. We'll convene the meeting of the Board of Adjustment. We do have a quorum today of 3 of us, and the first item is to receive the minutes of the November 7th meeting.
Move approval. Second.
All in favor? Okay. The second item we have is the continuances, requests, and withdrawals by staff. Kathy?
Okay. Item number 1, case number 13653, 55, and 56. And item number 2, case number 13654, is requesting a continuance to March 20th. Item number 4, case number 13781, is requesting a continuance to January 2nd. Item number 11, case number 13824, is requesting a continuance to February 20th. And item number 17, case number 13805, is requesting a continuance to January 16th.
What was the last one? 17. Yeah. Just one second, Nick. Is Mr. Holloway here? Rob Holloway? Okay, yeah. Are you here on behalf of Church of the Servant? I wanted to let you know up front that I'm on the HOA for Gaillardia, and so I have a conflict, and we don't have a quorum, so we're probably going to have to pass your hearing to another day. I'm so sorry.
We can continue it to the January docket.
January 2nd is the next meeting.
Our apologies.
It's weather-related, and it's most unfortunate, and I feel really bad about it.
Okay, we have quite a full agenda, and we have a short board. We'll try to do this as succinctly as possible. Please, everyone, I'd like to keep your comments as brief as you can, and we'll try to get everybody out before all the severe weather hits. Kathy, will you call the first case?
Item number 3, case number 13818, application for special exception of Bonnie Powell to allow the continued use of a mobile home to serve as a temporary second dwelling to relieve a medical hardship, located at 10901 South Anderson Road.
Sir, could you please come to the podium, state your name and address?
My name is Charles Keir. I'm the son of Bonnie Powell, and I ask that you grant my permit so that me and my wife can continue to take care of my mother.
And just for the record, you applied for this originally on the 6th and on the of January of 2006, and we granted it then, and then again on the 10th.
Yes.
And the staff report notes that all of the hardship documentation has been met. Are there any questions by the board?
Well, I think the only thing is that typically we place some limitation on it for a period of time.
He's asking for a 3-year.
Okay, 3 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm okay. I'll move approval. Second.
All in favor? Thank you, sir. You're approved.
Thank you.
Item number 5, case number 13814, request of G&C Holdings for a variance to the sidewalk requirement located at 4500 South Council Road.
My name's Claude Allen. I work for G&C Holdings. I reside at 2537 Northwest 44th Street, Oklahoma City.
You can speak to your application, sir.
I would just be very brief because it is written in there. This is an industrial area. It's a heavy industrial area. There's no sidewalks on the north side of Southwest 44th, really anywhere in there, clear to the overpass at 152 Highway. And so we're asking a variance from that. It's an unnecessary expense for us. There's a lot of utilities in there that we're going to have to be extremely careful of, some high-pressure gas lines and so forth. And so we're just asking for a variance if we possibly could.
This is a problem we kind of come into with this sidewalk requirement and how the city encourages sidewalks, and the issue becomes we don't know what this property use is going to be 30, 50 years from now. So my comfort level, as we've done in the past, would be to condition this as long as this is used for industrial purposes, and that way we kind of bridge the gap.
We've done it 2 ways. done it that way, and then we've also just set a 4 years, 5 years, come back and see if other people are building sidewalks. So I'll do it either way you want.
I'm open, whatever motion you guys want to
Are
make.
you comfortable with some type of condition on that, where you have to come back and report to us, let us know that there's no other sidewalks being developed in and around your property?
We have a lot of properties with sidewalks. This is one that we
Yeah,
kind of felt
I
like it would be a
understand.
sidewalk to nowhere at this point in time,
Yeah.
so.
Can we make a motion that is conditional, that you have to return in 5 years and report back to us?
Yes, sir, that'd be
Is
great.
5 okay? Dan? Okay, that's my motion.
I'll second it.
Cast your votes. Motion passes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 6, case number 13819, request of Southwest Monument for a variance to allow outdoor storage located at 7200 Southwestern Avenue.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm Patricia Podolak. I'm the attorney for Southwest Monument, and I'm with Foshee and Yaffe, and this is Frances Stewart, and she's with Southwest Monument. So we're asking for a variance to be able to display the monuments outside. I know you have this information, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time going back over it, but you can see from the picture where they've have the monuments. They've had monuments displayed like this since 1990, even at their previous location, and have never had any issues at all until just recently. And they've been in this location since 1996 and have had them displayed like that. The monuments are extremely heavy. Even the light ones are heavy. To move them would be a great burden on them. And so we ask that you grant a variance for the outdoor display.
And the unnecessary hardship would be just
It would be
the
unnecessary
weight,
hardship.
the weight of the monuments themselves. They're so heavy, right?
They're so heavy, they would require extra equipment, extra people, there's safety factors. Just moving those, to have to move those every night inside, and the expense of it would be, it would cause them to close, to be honest.
Are you aware of anyone that's in opposition, your neighbors or anything, to this application? Are you aware of anybody that's in
No, I'm not aware of any
anybody?
opposition.
We haven't had any notice.
I'm just curious. I can't remember when it wasn't like this. What brought this up?
They received a violation after all these years. I don't know, I really don't know what started, whether somebody just driving by or what happened, but that's what brought it up.
They had a rezoning application to the south for a car lot, which
Okay.
allowed for outdoor sales, and part of it was that there was no other outdoor sales along that portion of Western, so that's what generated this.
I don't have a problem with it. I'll move approval.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you, ma'am. You're approved.
Thank you very much.
Item number 7, case number 13820, request of Steve Stone for a variance to the 50-foot platted front building line located at 5821 Lost Deer Drive.
Hello. I'm Steve Stone. My wife and I have a home building company. Anyway, whenever we're building in an addition out here by the name of Lake Tree Addition, they're all 1 acre tracts. On one side of the lot, it sits on a corner lot, and on one side of the lot it has a 40-foot building line. On the other side it has 50-foot. At the time I got these back from the architect showing the layout on the lot, she actually drew the building line as 40 feet all the way around the lot. I did catch it at the time, rewrote another copy. My wife has actually, I've been training her in the home building business. Whenever she went out, met with the Stemall guys and everything, she gave them the plot on the land, gave them the wrong one, and it was the one that said 40 feet all the way around it. So she told him, she said, set the house back 5 extra feet so we don't have a problem. Now, we're actually about 5.5 feet short of the building line. All the houses in there, like I say, they're on 1 acre tracts. Some of them set back up to 70 feet, other ones set up to 40 feet. And so we asked for a variance at this time. The hardship would be keeping from having to tear the house down or not being able to sell it, all that good stuff. So,
Very good. Any questions?
I'd make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you, sir.
thank you.
Item number 9, case number 13822, request of Quail Springs Baptist Church for a variance to the maximum number of permitted signs located at 14613 North May Avenue.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Patrick Schoenfeld, Studio Architecture, representing Quail Springs Baptist Church. We have a very large church campus that we are trying to put wayfinding signage all around, ground-mounted wayfinding signage all the way around the campus. You can see all the different locations. There is one large monument sign that already exists, and we're asking for relief from that requirement, this being a rural, a residential R1 district. It's a PUD, but to be able to place more than one sign. Here you can see the signs, the size of the signs that'll be placed around the facility. We've just finished a large building program out there, and it's gotten quite a large campus. It's hard for people to find their way around, and we're trying to encourage proper, vehicular and pedestrian traffic.
Questions?
We've granted these in the past
Okay.
based upon safety issues to make sure traffic flows properly.
Yes, sir.
And these are not signs that are going to be up and
No, sir.
ground signs.
The tallest one, I think, is 5'2" tall.
I'd make a motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Item number 10, case number 13823, request of Oklahoma City Public Schools for a variance to permit the continued use of metal siding on temporary classroom buildings located at 2601 South Villa Avenue.
I'm Bob Howard. I'd like to thank you all for making it today. What we have here, I'm the architect with Howard & Associates. This is Columbus at Jackson School. We thought the renovation at the building, which is about 100,000 square feet, would take about a year or so. The renovation has run into some asbestos abatement issues, some storm damage, and some building issues. What we would like to do is go ahead and continue for probably 22 months. The actual construction may only take till like August, but we thought we would go ahead and ask. We still have some work to do. We could uncover some more issues. So.
One comment that staff made was this would lie across some sewer lines. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, that actually doesn't exist and did not exist. It's abandoned, and so we don't have an issue.
So they've been abandoned?
Right.
Okay.
So what you're seeking is a motion to continue
Just
the
with the
variance for
court.
22 months?
Right.
Till November of 15.
Right.
Yeah.
And we really do hope we're out of there before that. But
I'm sure the kids do, too.
I'd make a motion to approve the variance.
second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor? Thank you, sir. You're approved.
Thank you.
Item number 12, case number 13825, request of Four Corners Construction for a variance to the minimum lot width located at 5724 Southeast 148th Street.
Warren Peacock with WPM Design Group. I'm representing the applicant. I did bring a board. I don't know if you can see this.
on this one.
Okay.
All right.
You have to recuse yourself. Step outside, then?
We won't have a
We
quorum.
won't have a quorum. It is with...
Saddened heart.
Yes, that I've made you get out on this snow-filled day. Can we continue your case to the 2nd of January? Right. Right. Danny, he can vote on the continuance. Yeah.
Can they waive the conflict?
You just can't vote on.
That's fine.
Okay, so, and after talking to the municipal councilor, Mike, you can vote on the continuance, so we do have a quorum for that. So,
Okay.
motion for the continuance.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
January 2nd.
January 2nd, again, I apologize.
Oh, no, that's fine, thank you.
Item number 13, case number 13826, request of James Loftus Architects for a variance to the sign regulations located at 2801 Northwest 27th Street.
Good afternoon.
Hello, Mr. Harris.
How are you, Mr. Hinkle?
Matt Hinkle with Tyler Media, representing James Loftus and quite a large group of well-intentioned individuals trying to decorate the Hudson Performance Hall that has been recently remodeled at Northwest Classen High School. Schools, as a general rule, follow R1 signage, and as it stands now, they're already oversigned. My group of well-intentioned individuals paid and had installed without a permit some architectural lettering on the building that was from Mr. Cliff Hudson, and we are now asking for some digital signage to go above the doorway into the theater. So half of my request is to please let the signage that they put up without a permit stay, and the second half would be to please allow them this digital signage above the door into the theater. I think there's been, I don't know, close to $2 million spent on this project by a bunch of very nice people who are willing to turn this back around and gift it to the schools once it's all said and done. And the sign project there is probably a $65,000, $70,000 project that they're willing to pay for and turn around and give back to the schools. So
I did talk with staff before. I just want to have a couple questions.
Let me make my disclosure and make sure nobody has an objection. I don't represent Loftus or the schools, but I do have a connection to Tyler Signs. So unless somebody has an objection, I plan to go ahead and stay.
So noted.
Okay.
I don't object.
The LED portion of the sign is only going to run prior to the performance, right? It's only going to be active.
no, I think they're planning on using it as a normal LED sign that would have
Okay.
information for the school or information.
Like parents' night or things
Right.
of that nature.
It's set so far off the road, if you have that slide, it's set so far off the road and the sign is of such a size that it's probably not going to be very visible from May Avenue, either north or southbound. But during the performance nights, they want it to look like Hollywood, and it's going to have the band playing up there, or, I mean, sparkles and bells and whistles going off. The rest of the time, it will be on the 8-second interval dwell, just like all the other digital signs in town are.
There's no homeowners objecting to this sign.
I don't believe so.
Okay. I'd make a motion to approve.
I'll go ahead and second.
All in favor? Thank you, sir.
Thank you guys for coming out today.
Item number 14, case number 13827, request of FAE Holdings for a variance to the required number of parking spaces located at 4121 Perimeter Center Place.
Paul LaFever, representing the applicant. Tony Blatt is with us also. This is a call center, a data center that is proposed for this location. It is similar to one that was built several years ago, and at that time in 2008, you all approved a similar variance request to reduce the number of required parking spaces for the first building. Have a similar request here. In this instance, this is going to be a larger 68,000 square foot building, of which only 20,000 feet will be office area, and in fact only 10,000 square feet is being built out or will be built out at the present time, and the balance held in reserve. With the initial 10,000 square feet, there's really only space for, at a maximum, 45 employees. The existing building, for example, typically has 5 or 6 cars there on a particular day. It's a data center with just lots of banks of computers and servers, and so there's just no functional reason. However, the site is of sufficient size that someday in the future, if it was no longer to be used as a series of data centers, there will be sufficient just ground available to increase the parking to accommodate a whatever would be a normal requirement for parking spaces at the future time, but that is not planned at all.
So would you be comfortable with the conditional variance as long as this is used as office data storage? Your client's not.
Sure. Yes.
Any other questions by the board?
I'd make a motion to approve it conditioned on the fact that it remains a data center occupied by computer equipment and that there will be space in the future for additional parking spaces.
I'll second that.
All right. Thank you.
All in favor? Thank you, sir.
Item number 15, case number 13828, request of Surrey Hills Elementary PTA for a variance to the sign regulations located at 10700 Hastings Avenue.
Hi, my name is Brandy Trogdon, and I'm here on behalf of the Surrey Hills PTA. The elementary school is located at 10700 Hastings Avenue. Today we are requesting a variance to the height regulations for a new sign that we've purchased. Basically, the PTA has been fundraising for this sign since the last school year, and the sign had been ordered and we had worked with an installer. We weren't aware of any issues. It's actually the same exact height and sign as the sign that we're replacing. But when we went to get the permit, because it is an EMD sign, there was a couple of issues with distance from residential and the height of the sign. Basically, we're trying to keep the sign the same height. We want to keep it 8 feet off the ground. It is at a school. We want to make sure that, kids can't be running up there, that it can't really be a safety hazard for the kids. And we spent a considerable amount of money on it, so we want to make sure that we can sort of protect it from vandalism and things like that. As far as the distance from residential, while we're in an R1 zone and technically we are not 150 feet from the parcel across the street, that parcel is actually used as a recreational ball field. There are no houses that have a direct view of the sign, and all of the homeowners that we've spoke to in the area are very, very excited to have this to improve our school and the look of the entire area.
I just want to make one comment before we, the staff, and Kathy and I talked about this before, and I just asked Danny, the staff made a comment that it wasn't anything unique or peculiar. I would argue that the fact that it's a school makes it unique and peculiar in its own right. I did kind of disagree with that.
Right.
Because this is a very, this is a sign for informational purposes when people drive up, ingress and egress. So any other of my board members have any questions?
I don't have any questions.
I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Item number 16, case number 13829, request of Adam Edwards for a variance to permit a winery to include wine and beer sales located at 712 North Broadway Avenue.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Adam Edwards. The location is going to be at 712 North Broadway in Automobile Alley, and we are requesting a variance to the ABC 3 overlay because we do not want to be considered as a club, have no intentions of having club hours, and we want to be considered as a restaurant with the variance of food being a little bit lower. The reason being is because we plan to not only produce the wine on site, but also distribute said wine, not only to locations in the Oklahoma area, but also outside of Oklahoma as well. This is my partner, Roger Cute, as well.
So are you guys actually going to be making the wine at the location?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Absolutely. And we've already been permitted by the TTB as well, as of 11/26/2013.
So it's similar to that Urban Wine Works that's over in the Plaza
Yes, sir.
District? Yeah,
Sure is.
We're going to be distributing nationwide rather than just local.
sure.
So we'll be able to go
What the
in,
variation from the food is because 60% of our sales will be out the back door.
Gotcha.
and you're not going to be, your hours of operation will not exceed 10 p.m.
No,
That's
sir.
the latest,
Yeah. Some days it may be open till 7, so.
I'd make a motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? Thank you, sir. You're approved.
Thank you.
Thank you all for coming today.
We have one item of business left. We are finished with the case portion. There is a schedule for January of 2014 through February of 2015 to approve the meetings.
I'd make a motion to approve item number 18, which is the meeting dates for 2014.
Second.
All in favor? Very good. There being no other business before the board, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? We're adjourned.
Thought we'd be here a lot longer.